Hello, hello, hello. I'm known as the Merrymaker, and this is my introduction to what is called runic or zebra weave on an inkle loom. Not the best inkle loom, but it does the job for the time being. This isn't for absolute beginners to inkle weaving. This is for people that have got the basics of straightforward up and down inkle weaving, how to set up a loom for straightforward weaving. Yeah, it's a two colour design style, and it gives you a little bit of an idea. I will not be talking about setup because it's a straightforward setup. Sorry about that. Straightforward setup. You have your edge, your selvage stroke edge threads, warp threads, and then you have your main pattern threads and background threads. As you can see, one colour is on heddles, the other colour is not. So it's very straightforward setup. Now, I've already done some, as you can see, and if I do that, that gives you an idea. Now that looks like white on a purple background, but it's actually designed as purple on a white background, but then that is the inside of it. But you can do, it's double-sided, basically. If I turn that over, yes, then changes can. So how do we do this? Well, it's a very basic pickup technique. So you will need a pickup stick. This is mine. There's nothing fancy. It's a cut down chopstick, bamboo chopstick, which I've stained and shaped and brought to a point. It's lost a bit of its point, and you'll need a couple of just straightforward pieces of wood as bridges, so you can create two sheds. Because the whole thing with this is it's done by the use of two sheds. So that being, so I start there. That being one shed. That being a shed as well. First thing you decide is your background colour and pattern colour. In this case, for me, it's white and purple. Purple being the pattern colour. Now, I've stopped myself and set myself up as if I have done several passes, but I will do another pass. Let me get my little, in case you're wondering what that is, that bit of plastic. I'll now show you what that I use that once I've set up the width I want it, the weave at. I use that as a guide. So I can then pull it in if I need to, or pull out if I pull apart if I need to get the right width. This mercerized cotton, it doesn't run as smooth as what I'm used to, because I'm used to more things like wool, and acrylic wool, for instance. I have done natural wool, and trust me, yeah. And we'll do another background. So bring us back to this point. Now you've set up your width, and you've done a few passes, so we're at this stage. Yeah. And you want to start creating your pattern. Now the beauty with this is the pattern is whatever you want it to be. Unless you follow another band that's already woven exactly. Oh, don't know how that happened. Ah, that's why that happened. You will not produce two bands the same. So we have our background. Now to create one of these runes or zebra stripes, for instance, start off by bringing up our foreground colour, our pattern colour, and then pushing back. Sorry, that's better. So placing our piece of wood in, pushing back down to create a second shed, and putting our second bit of wood in. So what we've got here is two sheds at once. Now if you've already done something like Andean or Baltic, you'll be used to doing pickup. Well, not you won't use this for Baltic, but Andean, for instance, or pebble weaving, then, or even double faced, we used to pick up. What am I doing? First we create our first leg, the first part of the branch. Yeah? So that'd be this bit here. Now it's from here that we create the main shape of the branch that we're going to choose. So bring down. Now in goes our wood. Lift up. Now goes in there. And we decide how far down we're going to go. Now, do we want the legs at the two legs at the bottom or the two legs at the top? In this case, at the top. So I'm going to go between the lower shed. Always, no matter what end you're picking up, pattern or background, always pick up the selvage on the lower shed. So pick up the selvage. And I'm going to go down to about here. I can then come up, pick up all of the pattern threads. Fortunately, I've got this white background thread here as a guide to where the background colour threads end. Push that down because we don't want that one, and then make sure I pick up the bottom shed selvage warp threads again. Okay, take them out, lift up, and take through. The rest of this is now straightforward. I bring up what was originally the second shed, pushing down, make sure I push down at a slight angle because you'll see in a minute that the main body of this rune will be narrower than the take down and bring up the background. And here, occasionally, because I've got this nice pointy bit on my shuttle, I like to push down with the point to pull that thread in. And of course, it's for those that are new to weaving, the reason why that is narrower is because, yes, there are 3 weft threads going under there, but these are floating. There's nothing to stop them. There's no crossover. Okay, so we're back to our background. So we've done our first rune. So let's make another one. Now you'll notice that everything sits at an angle, in this case there. So Let's create another rune. This time we're going to do one that's upside down. So we create our first leg. Yep. Again, pushing those in if possible. Chain shed to bring up background threads. In goes our first piece of wood, in goes our second piece of wood. And now we're going to have the two legs, or two arms, or whatever you want, at the bottom, so they will become legs. So the first thing we need to pick up is the main body. Take the selvage from the lower shed. Take up however many we want. Let's go further there. And now we come straight through and all the way through. Don't need to worry about any spare threads or anything. All the way through the whole of the lower shed. Yep. Take that through there. Oops. I have a habit of dropping that tool, so that's why it's on a cord. We pull that. You will need to pinch your selvage threads, because where there's a float, like in this white, yeah, or especially on this side, for instance, where this is all floating, it will pull any selvage into the main body. So we've got our first leg, we've got our middle section. Up again for the top leg. Now you notice the angle that's gone in it. Yes. Again, pinching that selvage. In case you're wondering what I've made that out of, it's milk bottle, plastic milk bottle. Yep. And I've used plastic milk bottle because you can see through it and you can mark it with permanent marker. And all I use on there is alcohol. You could use something like clear vodka, clear spirit like vodka. I use isopropyl alcohol because I use it in all kinds of things. And now go for the background and to finish now again. Notice I'm pushing in so it packs in nicely. We have another one, this time upside down. Now I'm going to do one more. Now actually on this one I'm going to do a triple. I'm going to do a three armed. Yeah. Oh sure. Now on this point I'm going to do a single spike. Yep. So this time we now put in our pieces of wood, because we're going to do a single spike from the top. So we go down so far, I'm going to go here, pick up all the white threads, all the background threads, come back down to the, remember to come back down to the lower shed to pick up the selvage edges. Change shed to the white, threads it straight through. Whenever we do a pick, we have a solid pass to the warp threads afterwards. And now we are ready for our next unit. Now I'm going to leave it at this point, and I'll create another video for other ideas and other shapes that you can create. So have fun experimenting with this far, yeah, and get used to this for a little bit, and then go on to the next video, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.